Dear 2017, I first off want to thank you for every single thing that you taught me this year. I want to thank you because I laughed. I laughed a lot. This year I learned the difference between a moment and a memory. A moment where my body is shaking from just this overwhelming excitement because of where I am and what I'm doing and who I'm with. Or moments where I'm laughing so hard I'm crying uncontrollably because I'm just overjoyed about what is happening. Moments where my eyes are seeing beautiful things. Moments where my heart is feeling love. God, I just thank you for the places I got to see this year, for the people I got to meet this year, for the memories I got to make this year. This year I learned that a moment is so much more powerful than a memory, because moments take me back to places where I want to be, places that I want to feel again, places that I want to see again. And memories are cool because you can remember certain people or certain times or certain things that happen, but moments take you back in every single aspect. All 5 of your senses are feeling this. Whatever it might be, they're feeling it. And it's like your body and your mind and your heart and your spirit, like they work together to take you back to this point in time when you were just so happy. And I learned about that too. I learned about the difference between happiness and joy, and how happiness is something that the world brings, but joy is something from God. It's something deeper. It's something eternal. I learned that there's different types of love. I went to Africa this year, and I remember looking this little girl in her eyes and not having any way of telling her that I loved her, and no way of her telling that to me, and no way that we would be able to understand each other. But I remember looking her in the eyes and knowing that I would just die inside if anything ever hurt her. I just sat there as God filled me up with all this love I had for her. I learned to love my friends better, to love them deeper. I learned how God can use me to fill them up more. I learned how sometimes God will give us these amazing moments and these amazing memories with these amazing people because He knows that the next week is going to suck. And so we have these times where we get to laugh and we get to smile. And I learned about that too. I learned about the difference, the huge, huge difference between a laugh and a smile. And they both are brought from happiness, from joy, from this overwhelming sense of beauty and understanding that life is so good, that life is so fun, that life is so worth living. Because I get to sing Taylor Swift songs in the truck with my dad with the windows down. And I get to eat frozen yogurt with 2 people that I love. And I get to go to church camp with this beautiful woman of God. And I get to share moments with her. And then I get to walk the streets of New York City and picture a life there in the future because my heart is filled with these big dreams. These huge, huge dreams. And then God answers prayers right in front of my eyes and brings me to this country with these people and gives me all these moments, these beautiful moments. And then He takes me home and I make some more. God taught me this year that sometimes He brings you to places because He knows you need them, whether they be good or bad in your eyes. I learned an incredible amount of darkness this year by feeling it firsthand, by dealing with it firsthand. But I also learned a lot about light because I felt it. I felt it firsthand. I felt God using me to be a light for someone. And that was beautiful. And again, I laughed and I laughed and I laughed, and I continued to laugh because I'm so overjoyed and overwhelmed by how blessed I am. So 2017, thank you, because you were filled with moments. And some were great. Some of these moments I was on top of mountains, and then some of these moments I felt like people were digging me a hole to jump inside of. But I still danced, and I laughed, and I smiled, and I had a great time, because I learned a new type of love. A love that's all-knowing and all-bearing and unending. A love that simply never, ever fails.